Hello everyone, I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Jayson.
And we are father
And son.
Today, Jayson and I are going to do something that once again is kind of all about Jayson. And Jayson, why don't you go ahead and set this up for us, sir?
Sure. So, we're going to be watching the first season of my YouTube channel, Video Game Secrets.
All of them.
All of them. And, I made this, last year. And we're just going to watch it, and I'm going to talk about, a little behind the scenes about the videos and, facts about the channel and stuff.
And we'll chat a little bit about video games and other secrets that maybe you didn't get to. And I know you wanted to talk about some video concepts you had that you haven't done yet.
Yeah.
So before we get into it, what possessed you to make the show? And what is the show about? And how is it different from other shows of its kind?
So basically I wanted to, this was mid 2021, the start of summer, so June. I wanted to get back on YouTube or just on the internet in some form. And I started Geekvolution The Next Generation up again for a couple weeks, and that didn't really work that well. And
in what way? You just couldn't get anybody to watch it, or you just didn't like what you were making?
I didn't like what I was making, and no one was really watching it, and I didn't, I couldn't get to videos fast enough, and, so I decided I should make, so basically I saw this video, it was from a YouTuber that I used to watch a really, really long time ago. I don't even know why I clicked on the video. Nico BBQ. He does a little bit of this kind of stuff with his series VG Mind Blows. And he now does VG Mind Blows shorts, where he does shorts and he talks about certain secrets in a really short video. And so I was like, I should do this but on TikTok. And then I made a video, and this was before TikTok went to 3 minutes, and now it's 10 minutes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, at some point it's just going to be YouTube.
Yeah.
10 minutes was the limit that YouTube started with, and that was considered pretty long back then.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
But
it's like movies wanting to be video games and video games wanting to be movies, right?
Yeah.
TikTok now wants to be YouTube, and YouTube wants to be TikTok.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. So why this topic? Because when you're doing Geekvolution The Next Generation, it was kind of what that name implies, where you were doing a lot of movie reviews and comic things and really just any geeky thing that came to you, top 10 lists, things like that. Yeah. But then you decided to streamline it specifically for things about the history of video games.
Yeah. I am basically a video game history buff. I don't know, really how to explain that. I don't really like playing video games. I'll play video games, but I'm not good at them at all, and I get to this point where I'm like, I want to play a video game, but none of these games seem appealing at, right now, so I'm just gonna learn about them. So I would be I would get hooked on a certain topic, and just go on the wiki for it, and learn almost everything there is to know. For a few months I did this with They Might Be Giants when I was 8, and then but forever I did this with video games, and specifically Nintendo, but some Sega stuff and stuff too, but mostly retro stuff and 16-bit era, and especially N64 and stuff, but
well, that's post 16-bit, of course.
But yeah.
So you mean just after that?
Just after that, and that era.
What are you researching right now? For no good reason except you just want to know about it.
Right now?
Yeah, what's the thing that the last couple days you've been looking at a lot that you really surprised me with?
Oh yeah, E3 2001. So
One day I was like, hey Jason, what are you reading about? E3 2001. The next day it was still E3 2001. Why?
Well, I watched the Scott the Woz video on it.
Okay.
And because he does videos on different E3s and stuff, and E3 2001 was a really big year for E3 because you had the GameCube, the Game Boy Advance, the Xbox, the PS2, and like E3 2000, Microsoft had talked about Halo, and actually it was a third-person game.
Really?
And it was for PC. And then, but it's an Xbox exclusive now.
Mm-hmm.
In 2001, and it's a first-person shooter, and it's kind of weird.
That makes a lot of sense, though, if you think about the boom of FPSs in the 90s on PC.
Yeah.
And that Xbox is Microsoft. Like, I'm not surprised that that started as a PC thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or almost was a PC thing. Well, anyway, we should probably go ahead and get into this. Why don't you talk for just a second, just briefly, about what we're going to be looking at.
So, we're just going to watch all of the stuff that I did last year.
And these are very short. So we said season. It sounds like a lot. We're going to try not to take too long in between each of these. We're also not going to do commentary on these. We're going to let you guys watch them. We wanted to use this as a way to present this to folks that might be interested but didn't realize Jayson had a channel or didn't know what we were talking about when we said video game secrets. To, certainly give, try to bolster attention for this a little bit, of course, but also because it's a lot of fun for me to listen to Jayson talk about this topic because he knows a lot, and it's kind of crazy to me still, and it's been like this for a long time, just how much more Jayson knows with the majority of topics with video game stuff and even retro stuff, more than I do at this point. I remember, Jayson, a few years ago, I was putting together like a summer curriculum for you for video game history.
Yes.
Because it was a thing you were really interested in and you hadn't watched a lot of videos and read a ton yet. Mm-hmm. And then from there, you just shot off, and now I can't tell you anything you don't know.
That's how I started in getting into Gaming Historian.
Yeah.
And because you brought me into that.
Yep.
And
he's great. Jer Bear wants to know what your least favorite console is, Jayson.
Well, so here's the thing. A lot of consoles that people don't like, I like. For just no reason. The Virtual Boy.
You've never actually played one.
No, but I like looking up, because there's not much to learn about it, so I like looking up everything there is to know about it.
But it should also be said that Jayson, like me and along with me, likes to collect retro gaming stuff. How, like you say maybe that's your least favorite, but how excited would you be to get one?
Pretty excited, considering they're kind of rare and pretty expensive, and I would want one just to have one.
And Jayson does collect a lot of hardware and cartridges and stuff for old consoles. And this isn't just, me like a middle-aged guy bragging about my kid who likes all the old stuff that I like. Jayson got into this, I can't say completely independently from me, because of course you grew up with my consoles and stuff.
Yeah.
But like Freddie hasn't jumped into this the way you have. He likes playing video games and he's amazing at them. But he's 7. He doesn't know anything about Super Nintendo and Genesis and any of that stuff.
It's just they're video games. You play them.
Mention real quick before we do this, maybe a couple of cool things in your or our retro gaming library that you've bought or that we've kind of bought together.
I mean, I've been I mean, I have been collecting every Tiger handheld that has been re-released.
The reproductions of the Tiger handhelds.
Yeah.
He loves
because
those.
I like Tiger handhelds. And that's the same thing, like Virtual Boy, Tiger handhelds, the GameCom.
Do you want a GameCom?
I do want a GameCom. I want to see what Fighters Megamix is like on the GameCom.
Not good.
I know, but Lion is a starter character.
And,
so
and Sonic Jam on the GameCom?
Yes, it looks like the worst thing ever. I need it. But
You've been buying stuff on Game Gear?
Yeah,
You're collecting the Sonic games?
I am collecting every Sonic game on the Game Gear, but I have two rules. One, you have to be able to play as Sonic in the game. So no Tails Sky Patrol, Tails Adventure, Mean Bean Machine, although I might get that, I don't know. And two, it has to be American. So no Sonic Drift 1 and Sonic 2 games in one cart or whatever.
It would be cool to have some of that Japanese exclusive stuff. I don't know if an American Game Gear plays those though.
Yeah. So I'm just sticking with the basics.
AMC says that you're right about the Halo thing, except he says I'm reasonably sure it was going to be a Mac exclusive. Stranger yet.
I thought it was, yeah. I thought it was gonna be like just like a PC and Mac thing, like.
Unknown Passenger, the AVGN video on the Virtual Boy is one of my favorite AVGN videos. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we're already 12 minutes into this video and we haven't started showing these yet.
Can I answer that question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we keep getting off track on things.
No problem.
So my least favorite console is the.
Oh, I thought you said straight up Virtual Boy.
No.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I misunderstood. Go ahead.
I said that I like that and no one else does.
Oh, okay. I missed you. Sorry. I was reading comments at the same time and.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My fault.
Yeah, my least favorite console is the Panasonic CDI.
Is it because of all the horrible Nintendo things they did?
And it's just not a console. And it doesn't, like, and it was way too expensive, and I don't get it.
AMC says the Sega Saturn was a bit of an odd one, might be technically my least favorite just because of how small a US library it was. Yeah, but I have so much nostalgia for the Saturn, and I have a very small library, but what I have, I still go back to quite a bit. And yeah, I was one of those few, I can't say early adopters of the Saturn because I bought it somewhat late in its life cycle, but I bought a Saturn when everybody else was buying a 64. Anyway, yes, sir.
Because also
the show is yours. Whatever you want to say.
Also, I didn't finish like the history of how I started.
Okay.
But
sure.
basically, I went to YouTube because I started I made my first video and it was like 4 seconds longer than a minute, so I just said, okay, I'll go to YouTube. But yeah.
You mentioned TikTok. You actually were on TikTok.
I was.
For a while, and unfortunately his channel was banned. We're still not 100% sure why that happened, but we suspect it had to do with his age. And you were building a really good following there, and I'm hoping that you can make the same thing happen on YouTube or get close.
Mm-hmm. It's a little harder to do on YouTube, but
yeah.
At least that's what all my friends say, and I agree with them. But yeah.
I gotta say though, Jayson, it's really cool of you to not lose heart too much. And I mean, I know you're really disappointed with it, but you've handled it super well, and I'm really sorry that happened.
Yeah.
But really cool of you to trudge forward. And let me just say, I love Jayson's show, and it's not just because I'm his dad and I'm supposed to say that. I've been so impressed with his editing skills and his delivery and writing and everything. I've given you almost no notes on the show, right?
Yeah.
Like, you send me episodes, and what's the, like, one complaint I sometimes have?
The audio balance?
Audio balance. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. The content in the visuals are always there. Okay, Are we ready?
Okay, let's finally get into it.
All right, cool. So we're going to watch the first episode, and Jayson's not going to do any preamble. We're just going to show it to you, and then he'll talk just real briefly about what you watched, and then we'll just go right on to the next one.
Yep.
Here we go.
Hello everyone, I am Jayson and welcome to Video Game Secrets. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 things that Nintendo did when they found out that Super Mario Bros. Didn't have that much space left. So let's go. Nintendo took this cloud, painted it green, and now it's grass. The ending theme actually had an extra part, but Nintendo had to take it out. The pipe sound is actually the underground theme. The 1-up sound is actually the stage clear theme. The power-up sound is also the stage clear theme, but sped up. Cool, right? See you next time. Hello, everyone.
Okay, so that was your first episode.
Yes.
And what made you think to go to things in Mario 1 that people might not know about?
I have no idea.
It's a good starting place, because Mario
Yeah.
1 is a big starting place.
I just thought of that. I was like, hey, you know what? There are things that, like they were out of space on the memory card, so they couldn't put entirely new files on there.
Yeah.
So they just, like, copied and, took out things, and yeah.
Yeah, it's really resourceful and inventive. I didn't know about any of those, I don't think. You really surprised me with all of that. Because I thought I would watch it and it would be, kind of cool, but I'd go, yeah, I know all of this because I'm an old person. But, and then right away after 2 or 3 of these, because you had a few made at the same time.
Yes.
that you showed me early on.
In one day.
And I was like, okay, Jason's, thing stuff. He's digging.
Yeah.
He's adding to the scholarship, as it were. And I'm sure still a lot of this stuff are things that other people have mentioned in certain places, but you're kind of consolidating it and repackaging it, and some of the stuff that you're bringing up, I bet, is stuff that nobody's thought to mention in a video, at least.
Yeah.
That thing about the cloud being grass in particular, I was surprised I had never really noticed that before.
Yeah. And people were like, wait, I didn't even know that. Can I say one thing before we move on to the next video? So, no one knows this, but that first video was really weirdly edited.
In what way?
So...
Oh, yeah, talk about your editing process.
So, when I did when I edited on my tablet, I used the editor called CapCut, which a lot of people use, and it's great, and...
I invented it. No, I didn't.
So I basically, what I did at the beginning was, so I always record, because I can't really download my audio file, I just record the audio with a recording thing that, records the screen.
It's real ghetto rigged, the way you handled it.
But what I did for that video was, instead of taking the audio out and putting it, like I usually do, I, overlaid all of the other things on top of the...
Is that why they're so much louder?
No.
Oh.
It's just, there's still, the app, what the app looks like, I put on, and then I overlaid all of the, Mario 1 long play.
And then you figured out a better method after that. Okay,
Wait,
let's go ahead and go on to the next one.
Hello everyone, I'm Jayson, and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today, I'm going to be talking about the GameCube intro. Did you know that if you hold down the Z button, it'll do this intro instead? There's even a third intro that happens when you hold the Z button on 4 controllers at the same time. If you don't put a disc in, it plays this slow song. Let's go all the way back to 1986. This is the Famicom Disk System intro. Now let's speed up the slow song we heard earlier. It'll sound like this. It's the same song. Cool, right? See you next time.
Okay, so Jayson, how did you figure all of that out about the GameCube intro? Because I didn't realize that you could make other intros happen. I didn't know that thing about the Famicom Disk System. How much GameCube have you even played?
So I don't remember how I found out about the Z thing. That's a thing that, like...
You would have to know that to even try it!
And that was a thing in the Nintendo Power and everything,
Why would you even program a thing where if all 4 people at the same time, why would you do that?
The Famicom Disk System intro thing was from that Nico BBQ guy, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So you're just ripping off other people?
No.
And then, oh.
I'm finding out about secrets from the internet, and then I'm letting people know about it.
Oh.
Not everyone has seen Nico BBQ.
Sure, and you're making a dedicated video about that specific thing.
Yes.
And it's a different. I'm just making fun of you. It's a different thing. It's a kind of a soundbite video.
Yeah.
It's a real quick thing where you're scrolling around eating your Pop-Tart in the morning, and you're like, oh, I'm finding out about GameCube.
Yeah.
But I'm finding out about a thing outside of a Captain Logan video because I have to listen to 3 hours of that moron talking. But Jayson, I can just figure out these really cool little factoids and then move on to some other factoids.
Yeah.
There's lots of different ways to consume information and different reasons to have different lengths for videos. We should mention that, I don't know why we didn't talk about this at the beginning, but part of the reason we're doing this is because you're about to start a second season.
Yeah. And this is actually good timing because in 2 days I will be releasing a video.
That's exciting.
For no reason.
Well, for the reason that you're starting a new season.
Yeah, but it's not part of that season.
Oh, it's not?
It's just a random episode.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right, well, let's go on to the next one.
Okay.
Here we go. This one is also a Nintendo video.
Hello everyone, I am Jayson, and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today, I'm going to be talking about secrets in 3 different Nintendo 64 games. So let's get right into it. In Mario Kart 64, in Royal Raceway, after the long jump, there's a path that takes you to the outside of Peach's castle. You can't go inside, but it's a fun Easter egg. The title theme in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is actually the warp whistle sound from Super Mario Bros. 3, which was even used before that in the original Legend of Zelda. In Super Mario 64, they used a Charles Martinet laugh, and they slowed it down to make the Bowser laugh. They even used that same laugh, but sped it up to make the Boo laugh. Cool, right? See you next time.
Once again, blew my mind with some of that. I had no idea that that laugh was the same for all of those. Charles Martinet, the first time I watched that video, I was like, well, yeah, of course, it's him. He voices Mario, and then that does sound like somebody just laughing really slowly.
Yeah. So here's the thing: that sound clip was not taken from Charles Martinet doing Mario. That was from when he was like in like plays or like.
Well, yeah, it doesn't sound like him
movies
doing
and
Mario.
stuff, yeah.
I'm just saying, when I first heard it and you mentioned his name, I was like, this isn't going to be a secret. Everybody knows he voiced Mario. Oh, that's not where he's going. And I've had that a lot with your videos, where I'm like, it starts off seeming like you're going to a really obvious place, and then you just blow my mind with something that I never knew.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'll be stuff that I'm aware of. But also sometimes, you want to come up with 3 or 4 things, and so you got to have enough for a video.
And later,
and not everybody knows all the same things. Like, I think most of us know that about the castle secret in Mario 64. I wish you could drive through it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I found that out, like, just on my own. It was cool.
Anyway, should we go and move on?
Sure.
All right, here we go. Now for something completely different.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, I am Jayson, and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today, I'm going to be talking about secret characters in the original Mortal Kombat games. So get over here! Reptile was the first secret character in a fighting game. He was a secret character in the original Mortal Kombat. To fight him, you have to get a double flawless victory without blocking, and then do a fatality. On top of that, you have to be in the pit stage, and there has to be a flying object in the sky going past the moon. Then you're transported to the pit bottom, where you can fight Reptile, even though his health bar says Scorpion. Smoke starts in human form in Mortal Kombat 2. To fight him, you have to press down and start at the same time when Dan Forden pops up and says, Toasty! You have to do this on the portal stage. Noob Saibot also starts in Mortal Kombat 2. To fight him, you have to win 50 times in a row in 2-player mode. Jade starts in Mortal Kombat 2. To fight her, you have to fight in the single-player tournament and fight all the way to the match before the question mark slot. In that match, you have to win with only using the low kick button. You can't use any other button, even blocking. Cool, right? See you next time.
Okay, Jayson, would you talk for a second about your infatuation or fascination, however you want to put it, with Mortal Kombat, of all things?
Sure. So, I was 6 or 7, and I found Mortal Kombat for the Genesis, just in our game room, and I played it, and I was like, what?
Where was I?
Back like 5 years later.
That game has a little bit of blood in it, and I mean it's 16-bit blood, but I don't know where I was. If you just put it in the machine.
I think I played it with you. I don't remember.
Oh, were we doing it together?
But then you got the Mortal Kombat machine, and I was all over that.
The 1-up machine?
Yeah, and...
Yeah, you were really excited. Well, you kept talking about how if I kept getting machines, that's the big one you were kind of hoping we'd get. And we've played the crap out of it.
Yeah, and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 is my second favorite game ever. We talked about that in the video.
How much does we kind of got to move on, but how much does Mortal Kombat have to do with your love for secrets in video games? And not just like weird little tidbits you never knew about, but specifically like what we think of when we say video game secrets, those weird things you can unlock inside of games.
Well, the cool thing is Mortal Kombat was the first ever fighting game to have a secret character.
Yeah.
Even though you can't play as him, you can fight him, and he is the first secret character, and then you can play as him in Mortal Kombat 2, which is super cool.
Kids of my generation, when games like that were coming out, were obsessed with trying to figure out how to unlock characters, do special moves, do all the fatalities, and even in platformers and stuff, like find secret levels and figure out how to 100% things. And there was a mystique to it because you couldn't just jump on Google and look up everything. You had to figure it out on your own, or you had to go to magazines, or you had to call hotlines and things. And somehow you've managed to latch on to the fascination that we had when I was a kid for all of that, even though you are growing up in the internet age.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's better because I can just search something up.
But that doesn't make it less exciting for you?
No, it doesn't. It's cool because you can figure out all this stuff that, like, no one else in the entire world knows.
I would think the allure might be lessened by the fact that you can just go look it up and you're not running into things just like looking for them, like in a game.
No.
But for you, it's the research that's fun.
Like, did you know that, like, not a lot of people know this, but did you know that if you, there's a thing that you put in that has a bad word in it?
In Mortal Kombat?
In, Metroid? That if you put it in the password system, it just, the game just crashes. If you, like, put a certain bad word in it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. You got a super chat from Ian Chandler, $5. Thanks so very much. Great videos, Jason. Who is your all-time favorite video game character and favorite game?
Well, if you guys don't know, my favorite game of all time is Super Mario 64. My favorite character from a video game. I don't know.
Well, why don't we let you think about it?
Think about
and
it.
We'll go on to the next video.
Yeah.
This is one I questioned when you pitched it to me. When you were like, not that I have to sign off on these things. I don't mean that. But you were like, here's this video I'm working on. I'm like, that sounds boring. And then I watched it and I was like, nah, he was right. This is kind of interesting. All right, here we go.
Hello everyone, I am Jason and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today I'm going to be talking about the origins of Super Mario Odyssey outfits. So let's go. The mechanic outfit comes from Famicom Grand Prix 2 3D Hot Rally. It's only really seen in artwork for that game. It can only be seen in-game when Mario and Luigi get out of their car and do a victory dance. The poncho outfit comes from a Game Boy game called Kicks. In one of the endings, you can see Mario with a sombrero and a poncho on, playing an acoustic guitar. The scientist outfit comes from a Super Game Boy commercial, where Mario is a mad scientist. The painter outfit is actually not from Mario Paint, but from the Japanese-only 64-disc drive game, Mario Artist Paint Studio. The Hakama samurai outfit and swimwear outfit all come from the 2015 Japanese Club Nintendo calendar. The Hakama is for January, the samurai outfit is for May, and the swimwear outfit is for August. The boxer shorts come from a 2016 Nintendo of Japan summer wallpaper where Mario is on a beach with Yoshi and Toad. The fashionable outfit comes from a Japanese new Nintendo 3DS commercial where some Japanese singer named Kiori Pamu makes Nintendo characters' outfits dance costumes. It's pretty weird. The skeleton suit comes from Super Mario Galaxy. In that game, when you are electrocuted, you turn into a skeleton for a couple seconds. However, there is a glitch where you can be a skeleton for a little more time than usual. Cool, right? See you next time.
Okay, Jason, would you talk for just a second about cool, right?
Ah, yes. Didn't think it was going to become a catchphrase, but I just did it in the first video, and then you were like, make that a catchphrase, and I was like, okay.
That seems like the thing to end the videos on.
Yeah.
And then occasionally he'll change it up and it'll turn into something else, which you'll see here in a little bit. So what made you think to do the outfits from Odyssey? I know you love that game. You've played the crap out of that.
And I probably, maybe in, like, sometime, I might do a, I might do one of these for Smash, too. But...
About outfits?
About, like, origins for, like, different character, like, different... Skins.
Oh, okay.
For Smash. Because
Sure.
that's how I got into the whole origins of outfits thing. And then, I found out about that, like, Mario Odyssey has that, too.
So did you think of your favorite video game character?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. You know, it's probably Knuckles.
That's way up there for me as well. Of course, you know who mine actually is.
Knights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only have a giant tattoo of it. Which I'm still waiting for the Knights episode, by the way.
Yes, it's coming. It's coming this winter.
Have you written the script yet?
Yes.
You've actually written it finally?
Wait, no, I haven't.
Oh.
There's
actually a channel I have to show you before you write anything about Night Secret.
Yeah.
Because I know some crazy things about that game that you don't even know.
No, because I'm not a big Knights fan.
You're gonna have to speak up a little bit so everybody can
I'm
hear.
not. No, I'm just trying to I'm just not a big Knights fan because I'm not.
I know, but the background with that game is fascinating.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, AMC also wants to know who your favorite PlayStation console mascots are.
Spyro.
Yeah, because you're a Skylanders guy.
Yeah, and I'm a Spyro guy too, a little bit.
Okay. I didn't know how much of that you'd actually played.
Tiny bit of it, but yeah.
All right, moving on.
Hello everyone, I'm Jayson and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today, I'm going to be talking about 4 games that require you to physically do something in the real world to beat the game. So let's get right into it. In X-Men for Sega Genesis, you have to reset the system to get past the danger zone. In Sonic 3D Blast, there's a level select screen that pops up when you physically hit the cartridge. In Metal Gear Solid, there's a boss named Psycho Mantis who can read your mind, which means he can predict where you're gonna go and can dodge your every move. This is done by reading files off the memory card. The only way to beat him is to switch the controller to the second player port, so that it's harder for him to read your mind. Then you can attack him without him dodging the attack. There was a real paper letter that came in the box for Star Tropics. At some point in the game, it tells you to put the letter in actual water. When you do that, a code appears on the letter that gives you directions on where to go later in the game. They did this so the people who just rented it couldn't beat the game. Cool, right? See you next time.
No, that's not cool.
Hello, everyone.
These guys are jerk faces. That's not cool. Underhanded, right? See you next time. Somebody without a name that just says channel says, I like the outfit thing. Well done, Nintendo. Please do the Smash video. It'll be cool, right, chat? See, I hope you make that. Are you, officially finished with all the scripts for Season 2, or are you still adding to it?
No, I know what everything is, but I don't have all of the scripts. I have 3 that I have not done yet.
So, did you have to delve pretty hard to find enough material for the physical things you do to a game disc or a cartridge video?
Yes, and that's why it's 4 and not 5, because I could not come up with a 5th one.
Well, a lot of these are 3. Why'd you need 5?
I didn't, but I had 4, so I was like, let's round it up.
You were looking
but
for
I
one
couldn't.
more. That's not rounding up to 5. I guess it's rounding up in a Power Rangers or a sense.
I don't.
You gotta have
number
5.
4.
Oh,
I don't like it.
that's news to me.
I like.
You gotta have 5 Power Rangers. You gotta have 5 Planeteers.
I always feel like 5 is
5 fingers.
is an even number.
But it's not.
It's
an
not.
odd number.
I know
Does
that.
it feel
but
even
always,
because that's how many fingers are on your hand?
and everything else is 5. It's just a number.
So what was the one that you started with to make that video? Was it the X-Men thing? Because that was
No,
the one
it wasn't.
that was the one I knew about.
It was not.
Was it the weird Star Tropics thing?
No, it was not.
Oh, okay.
It was the Sonic 3D Blast one.
Oh, okay, sure.
Where I found out about that and I was like, wait a minute. And then I looked, and then I found out about the Metal Gear Solid thing.
Ian wants to know what game you can always decimate me at. And I know the answer to that.
Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Yep, Mortal Kombat 3.
Or as a lot of people say, K3.
You sound really indecisive when you talk about Mortal Kombat. I can occasionally beat you in that, but it's usually luck. Like, you much more know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And Channel says, I liked Skylanders a lot too. Do you guys have an Xbox? If they ever do anything with the engine / reboot. That last part's not a sentence, so I don't know what he's talking about there. But we don't have an original Xbox. I didn't have that. I at that point in my life, I wasn't buying multiple consoles of the same generation. So I grew up with a Super Nintendo and a Genesis, and then I had a Saturn and a 64. But after that, I would usually pick I would pick a side, as it were. So I was playing a GameCube through that generation, though I was late to the party on that, and I never had an original Xbox. I don't go to Xbox until 360, but I've been thinking more recently, Jason, about getting one just to have it in our collection. I can play original Xbox games in my 360, though, which is part of why I haven't been in a hurry to do it. So I actually own a couple of Xbox games, but I have the Simpsons game that was a Crazy Taxi clone.
Yes.
Is that Hit and Run, or is...
No, that's the one based off of GTA.
Yeah, I always mix them up.
Crazy Taxi,
Road Rage. No. Something like that.
It's something.
Is it Road? It's something like that. Anyway, It's fun, though. It is just a Crazy Taxi clone, but I love Crazy Taxi, so it's fine. Anything else you want to say about that, or should we move on?
Nope.
Here we go.
I'm Jason, and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today, I'm going to be talking about weird mistakes on video game box art, so let's get right into it. On Virtual Racing Deluxe and Doom, the 32X is flipped the wrong way. On Virtual Racing Deluxe, it's flipped on the cover, but on Doom, it's flipped on the spine. These two games are the only games that have this mistake. On Mario Kart Double Dash, you can tell that Luigi's hat is flipped the wrong way. This means that the box art was mirrored for some reason. On Mario Kart 8, the racers on the bottom are racing forward like normal. But when you look closer at the box, you can see that the racers on the top are racing backwards. This one isn't a mistake, it's more of a weird change. The original box art for Mario Odyssey has Mario with a sombrero and a poncho on in the bottom left corner. Now in the bottom left corner is Swimwear Mario swimming. I'm not sure why Nintendo changed this, but it's pretty weird. This one is for Crash Tag Team Racing on the PSP. The mistake isn't on the box art, but on the disc. Instead of Crash Tag Team Racing, it says Crash Tag Team Racenig. On the back of Superman 64, it's supposed to say The New Superman Adventures, but instead it says The New Superman Adventures. On Virtual Lab for the Virtual Boy, it says Nintendo. Weird, right? See you next time.
That is weird. Okay, so that is hands down my favorite of these.
Mine too.
And when I watched that, I found myself thinking, man, I wish Jason would just do a whole video series about just mistakes in writing in things, just like boxes that mess up words, because I thought that was hysterical. And I think the smartest move you made in making that as entertaining as possible is actually reading the mistakes out loud.
Yes.
Because you could have just said, they put the N in the wrong place, but no, you had to say racenig.
Yeah.
It's great.
And
Nintendo. That one I'm still quoting. It's very funny.
Me too, actually.
And we'll get to see some more box art mistakes a little bit later. I hope you do a full-on follow-up to that one, like even another one. I hope you find a bunch more and you can do like a third one.
Here's the
you can make the
thing.
trilogy of box art mistakes.
I'm out of them.
Yeah, but what if there's more that you just haven't run into?
And
then what if you run into?
I've looked through so many lists and everything, and I'm just out of ones that are actually good. Like there's that one on
There's not funny enough?
Yeah, like what's that one on the GoldenEye on 64? The box art for that, apparently like it looks like his mouth is like bigger because of his hand. I'm like,
okay.
I'm not gonna put that in a video.
So Ian says I was right. It is Simpsons Road Rage. It's right over there. I could have gotten up and gone and looked at it. Daniel Davis, what game was the hardest to uncover its secret?
I don't know. I just find them. I don't look for them. I just find whatever comes to mind, and then I'm like, okay, and then I look that up, and I'm like, oh wow, there are a bunch of these. Let's just take a couple of these.
Yeah, so you find these a lot less as, like, you know, first-person accounts where, like, you're actually playing the game and running into them.
Yeah.
But you're doing this as a researcher.
Yeah.
But have there been any that you have actually just run into and found?
Yes, and I'll get into that when
Oh,
we
okay.
get to the video.
Cool, exciting.
Can I talk about, because I forgot to say some things about an earlier video.
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, what about it?
So I recorded that in a hotel.
Oh, that's right.
And also, there are a couple lines that I did not put in there, and I did not put in the topics from previous videos video.
That you just
that is
that you decided to cut out? Or?
Yep, that's just not in anything.
Okay.
That are still, like, there are more that I haven't covered yet.
Is that just because of time?
Yeah, time and yeah.
Where you were trying to get it to a certain length?
Yeah. And when we get to Totaka's song, that video is like 3 minutes long, and yeah.
So did you find yourself, once you let one go that long, going, well, crap, I wish I'd just left those in the other ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving right along. Here we go. So we've been doing this for about 45 minutes now, and we're already to the first video dealing with stuff we've already dealt with, as if there's a history to this show.
There is.
Hello everyone, I am Jayson and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today I'm going to be talking about topics that I talked about in previous videos. So let's get right into it. In Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, to play as Human Smoke, select Smoke and hold down high punch, high kick, block, run, and left on the joystick. And when the match begins, there will be an explosion and you will turn into Human Smoke. On the Wii port of Okami, if you look really close, you can see the IGN watermark. I'm not sure why they pulled the picture from an IGN review instead of using their own art, but okay. On the spine of this Naruto game, Naruto is spelled Nartuo. On the spine of Resident Evil Revelations, it's called Resident Evil Revelatons. The space outfit actually doesn't come from Mario Odyssey, but instead comes from Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins. That was the first game to go to space, predating Super Mario Galaxy by 15 years. The chef outfit comes from the puzzle game Yoshi's Cookie, where Mario is dressed up as a chef. The cowboy outfit and the pirate outfit come from Mario Party 2. In that game, each character will wear a different costume depending on what game board you're on. The tuxedo outfit comes from the cover of Super Mario All-Stars, where Mario wears a top hat and a tuxedo, and he also has a magic wand. No magic wand in Mario Odyssey though. The Explorer outfit comes from Mario's Picross, a Game Boy puzzle game where Mario is an architect. Cool, right? See you next time.
So, with the outfits again, you just had a big list of those and couldn't get to all of them, right?
Yeah. And there's still some that I haven't gotten to.
When I was playing that game, it never even occurred to me that any of the outfits came from anything previously. I was just like, because a lot of them seem like kind of obvious, fun kid dress-up things, right? Like, oh, now he's a magician, now he's in space. Like, it didn't occur to me that he's been a magician before, but like, yeah, I had All-Stars. Like, I remember that. I know that box art. As soon as you said that, I was like, well, yes, of course that's where it comes from, but I didn't think of it.
Yeah.
So what do you want to say about that one?
So, yeah, I decided to record that video right after I got home from a dentist appointment, and half of my face was numb.
Was burned off from acid because you were Harvey Dent?
No.
And
but half of my
I
mouth
believe in
was,
video game secrets.
But half of my mouth was numb. So it sounds kind of weird, and I'm the only person who thinks that. But it
sounds funny to me.
It's kind of cringy to me.
Tom put in a $2 super chat and says Mario Party 2 is my favorite Mario Party. I didn't play any of the Mario Parties on the 64, so I don't have a dog in that, and I know that's blasphemy to people that love Mario Party, but the only one I ever really spent any time with console-wise was on the Wii, and then your mom and I, Sarah and I, played the DS one quite a bit together through the wireless link up.
DS download play.
There you go, whatever that thing was called. But do you have a favorite?
I don't play Mario Party, but
I didn't think you'd really spent much time with that.
DS, I guess. Oh gosh, I rhymed.
So I'm excited about this next one, because this is going to be, the opening of this, I believe, is the first and maybe only secret I gave Jayson.
No.
No?
X-Men. From...
Did I give you that one?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay. I knew that one before that video, but I didn't remember that I actually delivered that information to you.
You did.
So you were trying to figure out physical things you do to cartridges, and you told me about it, and I was like, I know one.
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yep.
This one I also gave you.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Hello everyone, I'm Jayson and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today I'm going to be talking about 3 more secrets in Nintendo 64 games. So let's get right into it. In Pilot Wing 64, in the level Little States, you can find Mount Rushmore, except Mario replaces George Washington. If you fire a missile at Mario's hat, he changes into Wario. In Super Mario 64, in Whomp's Fortress, at the top of the fortress, there's a part of the wall that you can punch, and when you punch it, the wall breaks and reveals a secret 1-up behind the wall. In the Tall Tall Mountain Slide, in the empty room behind where you spawn, if you touch all 4 corners in the room, a 1-up spawns in the middle of the room. In the Japanese version of Mario Kart 64, at the beginning of Luigi Raceway, there are a lot of banners that parody popular companies. Mario Row is a parody of Marlboro. Yoshi 1 is a parody of Mobile 1. Luigi is a parody of Agip, and Koopa Air is a parody of Goodyear. All of these were changed in the international version. Also, at the end of Luigi Raceway, there's a ball with 64 on it. In the Japanese version, it's orange, referencing the 76 gas station, but in the international version, it's blue. Cool, right? See you next time. Hello, everyone.
So yeah, I was surprised that Jayson had not heard about that Pilot Wings one, and I got excited that I got to give you one.
Yeah.
But that one's probably a little bit more well-known than some of the other things in there.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had heard that Mario 64 one.
Which one?
Sorry, the one about the punch in the wall.
Yeah. And when you punch it, the wall breaks. And
right.
then it breaks. And I just go on for a few minutes.
So, how many Mario 64 secrets ultimately have you put in these? Because, of course, you're a huge fan of that, and it does seem to be popping up quite a bit.
Yeah, quite a bit. I don't know.
Somebody earlier was excited that was your favorite
like
game.
4 or 5 secrets.
Jayson and I somewhat recently did a live stream playing some Mario 64, if you want to go back and take a look at that. We played maybe an hour and a half, and I don't remember how many stars we got, but we got to the Boo House, I think. You ready to move on, or?
Yes.
Okay, now we're going way back, and little known fact, Jayson is, as much as he loves a lot of Nintendo stuff, Jayson actually is a big Atari fan. So this isn't just Jayson going, I guess I'll try to go old school, I don't really know anything about this, but I'll research it. Jayson actually plays a fair bit of Atari.
Hello everyone, I am Jayson and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today, I'm going to be talking about 3 Atari Easter eggs. So let's get right into it. Warren Robinette, the creator of Adventure, didn't like that Atari didn't credit his name in his games, so he credited himself without Atari knowing. On game 2 or 3, find a gray dot in the Black Castle. Next, drop the dot and 2 other objects in the room down and to the right of the Gold Castle. Go through the barrier to see the words created by Warren Robinette. This is the first secret with the name Easter egg. In the Atari 400 port of Donkey Kong, get a new high score of 37,000, 73,000, or 77,000. Now get a game over, but your last death has to be by falling. Then set the difficulty to 4. Wait for the game to go through the demo screen, then at the bottom of the title screen, the programmer's initials, LMD, will appear. In E.T., get all the phone pieces and give Elliot 7 pieces of candy. Then revive the flower. It'll change into a Yar from Yar's Revenge and fly away. Repeat this in the next round, and the flower will change into Indiana Jones. Do this one more time, and the initials HSW3 will appear for Howard Scott Warshaw, the developer of E.T. The 3 is because E.T. is his 3rd game. Cool, right? See you next time.
So, Jayson,
Hello, everyone.
You're a big adventure fan.
I am.
Talk about that a little bit.
Well, I've beaten that 15 times. And it's actually a pretty good game. So this episode,
The Atari episode.
Yes, the Atari episode was originally going to, because it was my 10th episode. I don't know if you remember this, but it was gonna be a 5-minute episode, and I was gonna cover a bunch of secrets from a bunch of Atari games.
Okay. What happened?
I couldn't find enough.
Oh, wow.
So,
You think there'd be tons?
here's the thing. I found a bunch. I didn't know if I could find gameplay for it.
Oh, so you couldn't show anything.
Yeah.
Busted Sim says, "Oh, an ET secret, very hidden and impossible to find because then you'd have to play the game." Have you ever actually played that game?
No.
Have you not?
No.
Well, we don't have the cartridge or anything, so I guess I'm not sure how you'd play it because that's a licensed thing, so it's not going to be. I mean, besides the fact that it's infamous, it's not going to be on the classics or anything.
And speaking of Atari Flashback,
he has one, and that's
was-
your preferred way of playing, right?
never mind. I was gonna look over there.
I don't think it's
and
over
then
there right now. I think the Genesis Mini
was,
is on that TV right now.
It was 2 weeks ago.
It's upstairs now. Yeah.
But basically, the song in the back of that is from Atari Flashback. Like that.
Oh,
it's
that's cool.
I think it's the menu music from one of the Atari Flashbacks.
They did a good job on the one you have. People complain about some of them, but I like yours. I like the layout of the menu looks nice, and they did a good job on it. And it's got a good selection. It has a ton of stuff in it.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I don't like is the sound effects, because it's bah, bah, bah.
For the menus?
Yeah, when you're going, it
We're complaining
makes
about
this
menus now.
It makes this really loud sound, and it's
The worst menu for, besides of course the old At Games Genesis or whatever, but of the more professional ones, in the ones that are less third party, the worst of them actually is the Genesis Mini, because it looks nice, I love it, but it's got weird issues with the cursor. You'll flip around and you have to be really precise. This is such a weird thing to complain about when you press it down, because it'll jump too. Sometimes it bounces. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's got control issues with just picking your game.
Yeah. Oh, and did you know that you can find that at Games Genesis? You used to be able to find that at a Dollar General.
That's where I bought mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but Dollar General is not Dollar Tree. It still costs $30 or $40.
Well, yeah, it cost $40.
Yeah, it wasn't
But I didn't know.
Not the best of your video game secrets, I have to say. All right, you ready to move on?
Yes.
And now for something probably no one watching currently will care or know anything about. Here we go.
Hello everyone, I'm Jayson, and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today, I'm going to be talking about secrets in 3 popular Roblox games, so let's get right into it. In Arsenal, press the Twitter icon at the bottom and type in Bloxy. You will get lots of battle bucks. In Prison Life, select Guard and go to the criminal hideout. Touch one of the spawn squares and you will turn into a criminal. In Bear Alpha, walk straight along the plants. You will start walking on invisible stairs until you touch the wall. Then you are transported to the old lobby. You are able to go inside one of the paintings. When you do, you are transported to a long hallway. At one point in the hallway, there is an entrance in the wall. When you go in, you see this weird picture. Cool, right? See you next time. Hello,
Hey, Jason, I have a
everyone.
question real quick. Why did you record the Roblox episode in a bathroom?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I was in a basement.
Oh, okay. It
kinda
sounded
awkward.
kind of like a bathroom.
Yeah. It was finished, so.
It was a finished bathroom.
Yeah, no.
Oh, finished
It was
basement.
finished.
Okay, so why a Roblox episode?
I don't know. Yeah, I do know actually.
Oh, okay,
It's because
okay.
So
You should. You made it.
I was, so I made this episode in when I was out of town.
in St. Louis.
In St. Louis at my grandpa's house, and basically I have my tablet with me, and that is one of 2 videos that I actually recorded footage for.
Oh, you made your own footage for that.
Yeah,
Cool.
it says like Video Game Secrets YT
Oh, okay.
at one point.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. So you and your brother Freddie play a fair amount of Roblox.
Yeah, and like my friends and I play Roblox all the time and stuff. So that secret in prison life I found
Oh,
by
okay.
myself,
So that's one you actually did find.
and the secret in Bear Alpha I found by myself. Me and my cousin Jaden found out, and we were like, what? And then I found out the thing about the picture thing where you go inside the painting. I didn't really know about that, but yeah.
That's great. Busta Sim says Minecraft really boosted that blocky, low graphic style. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it was trying to be like oldie kind of vibes, like.
It's got a Lego aesthetic.
Yeah.
That's part of it. And so it's sort of 8-bit-esque, but 3D.
Yeah.
And then, so it's blocky because it wants to look like pixel art, but it is in 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
And then it gives you kind of a Lego feel.
Well, it's a sandbox game. So it's really taking the box idea and making it like everything's a box.
Oh, so it's a sandbox in multiple ways. Okay.
Yeah.
I also wanted to mention just after that one, because we've been to Nintendo and Atari and now Roblox and all these different things. One of the things I really like about your series is just how eclectic and diverse it is.
Yeah.
You just jump all over the place, and you'll do any kind
All
of
over
video
the
games.
place, yeah.
Have you done anything with PC stuff yet?
I mean,
Like, are you thinking about doing more of that at some point?
no.
Like computer games as opposed to console games?
Not really.
Not really?
I mean,
Okay. So you think it'd be that
Roblox and
diverse?
Minecraft are really
Sure. But those are also on console. But I'm just talking about like old PC
yeah.
things, or
Yeah. But yeah.
you know, you could like secrets in Commodore 64 games or whatever.
No, I'm not doing that.
You're not doing that? Okay. All right.
No.
Moving right along.
Third.
Oh, this is one of my favorites.
Yes.
This one's cool. Sorry, I cut you off with my mute button. Are you ready?
Yes.
Do I have permission to mute now?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Jason and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today I'm going to be talking about scrap levels in Sonic 2, so let's get right into it. Hidden Palace Zone is probably the most famous scrap level in Sonic 2, due to it being kept in Sonic 2 for its entire development cycle. This level being removed was a last-minute decision. Hidden Palace Zone was eventually finished and put in the 2013 mobile remaster. The way to get to it is either by inputting a code in the level select screen or by falling into a pit in Mystic Cave Zone Act 2, which was originally an inescapable spike pit. Genocide City Zone, also called Cyber City Zone, was meant to be a one-act industrial type level. This level was eventually reworked for Metropolis Zone Act 3. It was then reworked for the unreleased game B-Bomb, after then getting reworked a third time for the level of the machine in Sonic Spinball. Sand Shower Zone, or Dust Hill Zone, or Desert Zone, was a level created early in the development of Sonic 2. This was one of the levels that were shown off in magazines when Sega first announced Sonic 2. Winter Zone was basically just Sand Shower Zone except snow, and the cacti were replaced with Christmas trees. That's it. No images or anything. They didn't put that much thought into this level before just scrapping it. Here are some early maps. Sand Shower Zone was in a couple of these, along with Wood Zone, Ocean Wind Zone, Rock World Zone, and Olympus. There was also Blue Lake Zone and Tropical Plant Zone. Here's some concept art. Ocean Wind got concept art along with Emerald Isle, Madness Mountain, Tropical Sun, Blue Ocean, and Secret Jungle, also known as Wood Zone from the map, also known as Wood Zone. Egg Gauntlet Zone is a scrapped 2013 mobile remaster zone. It originally served as a boss rush zone, but was scrapped because of boss attack zone and time attack. Cool, right? See you next time. Hello, everyone.
So yeah, I knew that there were some scrap levels from that game and that it didn't come out.
Probably didn't know there were 20 though.
I didn't know how many there were. No, and I didn't know that there was really any footage of any of it. I knew I'd seen like some concept art and stuff, but you showed off a lot more than I had ever seen with that.
Well, people have like remade it and stuff too.
Oh, is that what some of that is?
I think so. I just found it off of YouTube. And then
That desert level reminded me a lot of Sonic Mania.
yeah.
And for a minute, I thought that you maybe had just pulled footage from that until I saw those like crocodiles, and I was like, "That's not in Sonic Mania."
No. And when it like goes in between like different landscapes and stuff, yeah.
Busted Sim, ugh, I hated Metropolis as a kid. 3 acts? Really? Yeah, my sentiments exactly. And that boss battle. And then I figured out about Tails' immortality. Yeah, that helps.
I love everything about Metropolis Zone. I just can't like get through it. Like I love.
That's your favorite aesthetically and song-wise and stuff, right?
Yeah, song and what it looks like.
I don't like that it's 3 acts though.
Yeah.
I get real sick of being in there.
Yeah.
And I'm with you on that, boss. I tried to finally. I have to admit something. I love Sonic 2. I've always talked about it as one of my favorite Genesis games. I've still never actually technically beaten the Sonic 2. I have not been able to totally finish Metal Sonic at the end.
Mega Sonic?
And yeah, and I was trying to. I'm never sure if it's. I've always said Mecha Sonic, but then like people argue with me on that, so now I've gone more to Metal. But
Yeah,
like it
Metal
is
Sonic
Mecha Sonic,
2D.
right?
Mecha
Okay.
Sonic is Sonic 2.
Oh, they're actually different things.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna trust you.
Mega Sonic is silver, and Metal Sonic as it like looks like Sonic
See.
and flies and stuff.
Okay. Okay, so what I've been calling Mecha Sonic all these years actually is Metal Sonic, but there is a Mecha Sonic, and I've been calling it wrong.
Yes.
So the only thing that's Mecha Sonic is the least cool-looking one. That is that boss that's impossible. Well, I guess not impossible.
He comes back in Sonic
But I
Mania
can't beat him.
too, but
Oh, okay. Okay.
and he's way easier than that.
But anyway, I'm going to have to put in the level select code and just work on that boss and get good at it so that I can finally, like, straight up beat that game. But yeah, I tried to do it a couple weeks ago, and it was just a 2-hour playthrough. I was killing it. I was doing great, and then I got there, and, dude, I had, like, 9 or 12 lives and some 6 or 7 continues, and I could not get the pattern of that boss down well enough to finish it.
Yeah.
Busses him, you gotta hit him at just the right angle. Yeah. Well, and what he said about Tails is right, but what sucks about that is if you bring Tails with you, it makes it nigh impossible to get all the Chaos Emeralds, which I've never been able to do that either, to get all of them. But like I was trying to have as close to a perfect game as possible, so I played without Tails because Tails, you drag him behind you, and he's gonna run into bombs, and in the bonus stages.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to make sure he doesn't
Oh,
do
it's
that
Silver
because
Sonic in Sonic
the AI with it. Oh, that's not Mecha Sonic.
Mecha Sonic was in 3. I'm rusty with bosses.
There's
I
more
don't
of
like bosses.
more of these are different things than I realized they were. I thought more of them were the same character.
So can we talk about that video for just a minute?
Absolutely.
So, here's the thing. I recorded that. and kind of messed up a little bit, and I was like, ugh. And then I found out I wasn't even recording.
Oh.
And I was like, ugh. So I had to go back and do it all over again. But yeah.
That sucks, but at least they're not like rewind length.
Yeah.
Because I used to have that with the scripted rewinds.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, not that I would be recording and not know it, but where I would have a corrupted file or something, or, you know, Audacity used to be touchy, and
Yeah.
you'd record for half an hour or an hour, and then you'd stop, and then the program would crash, and you'd have to start all over. That was no fun.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like we've got 9 of these left, which sounds like a lot, but they're short, and maybe we'll start going a little bit quicker.
Yeah,
Are you
and
ready?
there's not much to talk about with the last ones.
All right, here we go. Oh, this one's cool. I mean, they're all cool, but this one I didn't know a lot about.
Hello everyone, I'm Jayson and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today I'm going to be talking about Totaka's song, so let's get right into it. Kazumi Totaka is one of the great video game composers. He composed the soundtrack for Mario Paint, a couple of Yoshi games, the Wii games, the Animal Crossing games, and a lot more. There's a secret song hidden in most of his games. This is called Totaka's song. In X, go to a fake scientist screen in Mission 4 and wait 40 seconds. In Mario Paint, on the title screen, if you click on the O, it'll blow up and Totaka's song will play. In Link's Awakening, go to Richard's house and wait for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. There's also another way to do it. In the Japanese version, start a new game and enter your name as Totaka, and a different version of the song will play. One of the included demo videos in Mario Artist Talent Studio plays Totaka's song while an old person crosses the road. In Luigi's Mansion, wait for 3.5 minutes on the training room controller configuration screen. In Animal Crossing, go up to KK Slider when he plays on a Saturday night and request the song KK Song. In Pikmin 2, after completing a cave, wait 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the treasure's salvage screen. This was removed from the new Play Control version. Also, when there is no memory card inserted, there will be a prompt saying that there is no memory card inserted. If you wait for 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the screen, the song will play. In Yoshi's New Island, wait in the World 6 map for 5 minutes, and then Totaka's song will play using the instruments of the map theme. In Mario Kart 8, there are certain Yoshis that sing the song when you go up to them, but the sound is drowned out by the music. Here it is without the music. Cool, right? See you next time. Hello.
That's great. I forgot about some of those. Okay, so I'm going to tell you something you don't know about.
Okay.
Did you know that I just found out about this listening to a video with some guys talking about games they don't like on the Super Nintendo and Super Famicom. And there was and I don't know why this happened, there was a Snoopy game on the Super Famicom that I don't think came out here in 1995, so pretty late in the cycle. It was first party. It was a first-party licensed Nintendo game, like licensed. Yeah, I know, from another property. Like Nintendo made it, but it's a Snoopy game. It was called Snoopy Concert, and this guy talked about how terrible it was. He also hadn't played it. They were like picking their least favorite Super Nintendo games, and he's like, "I've never played this, but it looks terrible." And I'm like, "That shouldn't count." Anyway, Totaka composed it, and I'm wondering if this song is in that game somewhere.
It is not.
Oh, it's not. Okay. Did you look for it?
I know almost everyone, so.
Oh, okay. But I thought he put it in all of his games.
No, not all of his games.
Oh, okay.
I say in that video, most of his games.
I see. Okay.
And people have been debating forever if there's one in Wii Sports. Like,
oh, really?
A few people say that when they hit their in tennis, when they hit their balls, with the racket, like when they hit the ball with the racket, yeah,
that's what you hit it with in tennis. Yep.
It has like a higher pitch, apparently, but it's not. I don't think it's true. That actually
supposed
does
to somehow create the song.
Yeah.
That sounds like a reach, but
yeah, I
don't know.
But since I choose to believe that Yoshi was just Jayson providing the sound effects.
Okay, so while we were watching this together, there was some bit where you were like shaking your head and putting your hand over your face that like you were unhappy with something you said, and everything seemed to make sense to me. So what was the problem there?
When there is no memory card inserted, there will be a prompt saying that there is no memory card inserted.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Well, when we first watched that, you were like,
what?
Yeah, you did that. You were like,
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what the problem is here.
Yeah, you were like, dude, or something like that. Because I say
what? Just because you repeated the phrase?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that, like, no, there's not a prompt. Like,
no, it says
so no,
there.
It's true. Yeah, no, I know. I was looking at it. I didn't know. Okay.
It's just
no. It was
weird.
If I reacted to anything, it was just your line reading. Just sounded kind of funny to me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There wasn't anything wrong with repeating that phrase, but just the way you said it, I thought was funny.
Yeah.
But then you put your hand in your hands like, I shouldn't have said that. That was dumb.
No, it's just kind of weird and funny. But yeah.
Moving right along.
Hello everyone, I'm Jayson and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today, I'm going to be talking about Easter eggs that happen when you name mobs a certain name in Minecraft. So let's get right into it. If you name any mob Dinnerbone or Grum, it turns upside down. If you name a sheep Jeb, it will turn into a rainbow sheep. If you name a Vindicator Johnny, it will be hostile to all mobs, including the Wither, but not to ghasts and other illagers. If you name a rabbit Toast, it looks like user XYZen420's girlfriend's missing rabbit. Cool, right? See you next time. Hello everyone,
I guess? It'll look like Billy Bob's next door neighbor's wife's pet hamster. Okay, that was a short one. Should we move on?
Sure.
Or did you want to say anything about that?
Well, I did Roblox, so I did Minecraft.
Might as well do Minecraft.
Yeah.
That was all gobbledygook to me, by the way. It just goes totally over my... I don't know anything about Minecraft, so when the kids are talking about, like, mobs and illagers without a V, and, like, I don't know what we're talking about.
Illagers are the bad villagers. Like, they're illagers.
Okay, let's move on, shall we? Here we go. This will be another treat.
Hello everyone, I'm Jayson and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today, I'm going to be talking about more mistakes on video game box art, so let's get right into it. On the back of Silent Hill Downpour, instead of the Spanish word lluvia with 2 L's, it says lluvia with only 1 L, and that word doesn't even mean anything. On the back of Death Trap Dungeon, the top picture and the bottom left picture are exactly the same. On the cover of Blast Wind, in the words behind the logo, it says Blust Wind. On the back of Final Fantasy VII, in the word masterpiece, the I is on top of the R. On the back of the PAL version of Super Mario 64, it says take a swin in the moat. Thanks to Gold Yoshi 64 for telling me about this mistake. On the cover of Grand Theft Auto 4, the license plate is mirrored and the main character is somehow in front of his rear view mirror. On the bag of Drive Club for the PS4, it says race in hundreds of online and offline players. Weird, right? See you next time.
Okay, I forgot about some of that. Maybe that one's my favorite. The box art ones just combined are my favorite. Race in thousands of online and offline players.
Yeah, you race in them.
Luvia is not even a word. Yeah, that's great. I really want you to just do a series of that. And not just with, like, it wouldn't have to just be video games. You could just go look at lots of media and be like, let's find crazy crap people have written when they weren't paying any attention. And you could find them in, I mean, these days, internet journalism is a treasure trove of grammatical errors.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's somebody that's got that YouTube channel, but
Yeah.
we need to go find that stat because I'll watch the crap out of that.
Yeah. I might do a compilation of everything and just put it into one video.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be too long of a video.
No.
But we're sort of doing that now, just with us talking in between.
Well, yeah, but of every
Oh, the box art mistakes?
the box art mistake.
That's a good idea. I thought you meant just of all the videos.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about that?
No.
All right, here we go.
Hello everyone, I'm Jayson and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today, I'm going to be talking about Nintendo characters and levels in third-party games. So let's get right into it. In the GameCube versions of both NBA Street V3 and SSX on Tour, you can play as both Mario, Luigi, and also Peach. In NBA Street V3, there's a court called Nintendo Court, and in SSX on Tour, there's a track called Nintendo Village. In the GameCube version of Soul Calibur 2, you could play as Link. In Fight Night Round 2, you could play as Little Mac, and you could play the entirety of Super Punch-Out! In a prototype of the Dreamcast game Sega GT, in one of the races you can find Luigi. This was apparently supposed to be a joke among the developers. In the Wii U version of Skylanders Superchargers, there were figures for Bowser and Donkey Kong that doubled as amiibos. In the 3DS version of Dead or Alive Dimensions, you could play on the geothermal power plant from Metroid Other M. In Sonic Lost World, there were 3 DLC stages, and 2 of them were the Legend of Zelda stage and the Yoshi's Island stage. Cool, right? See you next time.
So yeah, one of the videos you were talking about doing at one point, we were talking about the Knights thing earlier, was Knights cameos in other Sega games.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's what you've written now or if you came up with other things about that game.
No, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see that when you get there. But yeah, I knew about the Link one in Soul Calibur. Of course, and I want to say that was the same release that then on another console gave us Spawn.
I think so.
Or was that the one before? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I think it was it PlayStation or Xbox that did Spawn? I can't remember. But it was released on 3 consoles, and each of them got a different bonus character from a different franchise. And well before Mortal Kombat and Injustice were doing that. Tom, $5 super chat. So basketry, I don't know what that means. Cap wants Jayson to have a serious correct my super chats. You make great contents, Jayson.
Oh, so basically, Cap wants Jayson to have a serious.
See, you can't even do it. And now I'm trying to figure out if he did it on purpose or not.
No, he did. You make great contents, Jayson.
Thanks, man. All right, you ready to move on, or do you have...
On Xbox.
It was on Xbox. Yeah.
Turn off the CC.
Oh. Was that on before?
No.
Oh, okay.
I made my own closed captions for this video.
You don't want to watch them? Because I kind of want to see if you have any mistakes in it.
Oh, no, I don't.
So, wow, you're pretty confident. Anything you want to say about that Nintendo video that we just watched?
What was... Oh, yeah, so I found that... So, I started that video because I found an article about that, Sega GT thing where Luigi was in it, and I was like, hey, that's a good video.
I wonder if there's other ones.
Yeah, well, there is. Like, I knew there was other ones. Like, I knew about Link and Soul Calibur and stuff. So
yeah, the PS exclusive, or the PlayStation exclusive AMC was somebody from Tech, and it's all coming back to me now, and I forget who.
Is he the guy who comes back in Smash?
I'm not sure. It wasn't Yoshimitsu, was it?
I'm not sure.
It might have been.
I don't know the characters from Tech.
Or was it the guy with the giant broadsword? I forget. Anyway. Right. No, Yoshimitsu's already in that. What am I talking about? That's a character that already crosses between Soul Calibur and Tekken. You ready to move on? All right, here we go. We have just a few left.
Hello everyone, I'm Jason and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today I'm going to be talking about Mario and Sonic in TV commercials. So let's get right into it. In 1994, there was a Honey Nut Cheerios commercial where the mascot Buzz gets sucked into Sonic 2 and he races Sonic for a Cheerios box. In 1996, there was a Got Milk commercial where two kids are trying to play Super Mario 64 but are not able to jump on a plank without bumping on the side. Then Mario comes out of the TV and into the real world. And then he goes into the fridge and drinks an entire milk carton, then goes back into the game and now he's huge. In 2012, there was a Progressive commercial where Sonic was running around the store looking for savings. In 2014, there was a Mercedes-Benz commercial with real-life versions of Mario, Luigi, and Peach. Weird, right? See you next time.
Yeah, that was a really good topic, Jason. The one with Mario in the Got Milk commercial, where he's drinking milk right out of the carton, just the way that shot and the lighting and everything reminds me a lot of the Cool Spot commercials.
Yeah.
I was really expecting Cool Spot to just show up in that. and then that one you showed toward the beginning, it had just this bizarre face with Mario, that CG, where it's just like... It's really weird.
Yeah, he was like trying to be Mario 64, but it was not Mario 64 at all. Yeah.
Also, there's no way that the Cheerios Bee is going to outrun Sonic.
Yeah.
Like, that's dumb. Why would you even try? Like, Charmy Bee can't outrun Sonic. Why would the Cheerios Bee?
And Sonic in the Progressive commercial looking around the store for savings.
So, was there a particular commercial that made you think to do that video?
No.
Or were you just like, I wonder what...
Well, it was
because you weren't doing game commercials, you were doing specifically cameos or like starring roles of Sonic and Mario showing it. That's really specific. So how'd you think of that?
It was that that one at the end with the real life versions of Mario.
You saw that one?
Yeah, I saw that one like a few years back.
Because it would be fun to maybe do something at some point about actual commercials for video games, but I don't really know what the secret part would be.
Yeah.
Because there's the famous Smash Brothers commercial from '64 with the Happy Together by the Turtles.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That's a great commercial. They're just beating the crap out of each other, and it's, I can't see me loving nobody, but yeah, it's great. Hayden Spring, what happened to your TikTok? We mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but it got banned, we suspect, because of Jason's age, but we're not totally sure, because they don't tell you anything, they just ban it. And then when you try to sign back in, it says, this channel is banned. And then that's all you get. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Jason looks depressed every time I bring it up, I'm sorry.
You're good.
I'm sorry we're still talking about it.
Yeah.
But he's doing okay. It was sad and unfortunate because he was really growing an audience. His view counts on even his regular videos, not just the gimmicky, silly joke video we did that blew up, that was going viral and had 500,000 views. He was doing, his view counts were better than my view counts, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Or on par. and he was really building a following. So we're hoping that can happen for him again on YouTube, and he's going to keep pressing on and doing his level best. But you know what? At the very least, we can show this stuff to you guys. And thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Are you ready to move on?
Yeah.
How many more do we have left here?
Should be like...
Let's see.
4.
Yep. Looks like 4. All right, we're almost there, folks. Jayson, this has been a lot of fun, man.
Hello everyone, I'm Jayson and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today, I'm going to be talking about songs that Koji Kondo was inspired by when he wrote Mario and Zelda songs. So let's get right into it. The underground theme that started in Mario 1 was inspired by the song Let's Not Talk About It by Friendship. The dungeon theme from the original Legend of Zelda was inspired by the Deep Purple song April. The World 3 theme from Mario 3 was inspired by the backing line from Morning Glory by Tetsuro Yamashita. This song was again used for the Fairy Fountain theme from the Zelda games. The ground theme from Mario 1 was inspired by Sister Marion by T-Square. The Overworld theme from Super Mario World was inspired by Green Green by the New Christie Minstrels.
Green, green, it's green they say, on the far side of the hill.
Cool, right? See you next time.
That one sounds like a commercial jingle to me. They
Yeah.
should be selling like dish soap or something.
So that was a little history on that song
Yeah.
on Green Green.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big. So that this wasn't like a huge hit in the 60s or anything, but someone found it. Like he found it on the radio. Like he was like visiting America and found it on the radio.
But not
in the
Kondo?
60s. No, this was in the 60s.
Okay.
And put it in a children's, like a big children's show in Japan.
Okay.
And then it got huge.
It does
and
kind of
it's
sound like a kid song, yeah.
And it's like a big kid song in Japan.
Oh, so that's why Kondo knew
and
it.
so, yeah, Kondo knew about it, and then he put it in there.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it just goes to show that everything comes from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's that fine line between blatantly ripping somebody off and being inspired by something or using it as, homage.
Yeah.
You ready to move on?
Yep. Another one no one will care about.
Hello everyone, I'm Jayson and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today, I'm going to be talking about secrets in the 2018 game Baldi's Basics, so let's sweep and get right into it. If you look through the last exit, for a split second you can see a chalkboard that says this program is a cancer, with a whole bunch of 99s next to it. If you enter 53045009 in the You Can Think pad, everything turns upside down. 53045009 is Goo Shoes Upside Down, which is a reference to slime shoes from the 90s. If you enter 31718 in the You Can Think pad, you get transported to the test room with 2 place faces, one moving one and one stationary. Nothing happens when you touch them. 31718 is a reference to the date that Mistman 12 started Baldi's Basics on March 17th, 2018. Cool, right? See you next time.
That was
everyone.
horrifying. What's with the faces? I'm sure I saw that one, but maybe just once because I don't know anything about Baldi's. But can I ask you a relatively serious question?
Yeah.
Why would anyone play that?
Okay.
It looks horrible.
Okay, it's trying to be like. Do you remember Sonic Schoolhouse?
No. What is
Okay.
Sonic Schoolhouse?
It was like a game from the 90s that was like a education game.
I didn't know
it's
that's
trying
what it
to
was
be-
called. I knew there was like a Sonic education game.
It was trying to be that.
And that's not like you're not talking about that art game that was ripping off Mario Paint.
No.
That was a different thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a totally different thing. But that was kind of like that was trying to be that kind of games like that. And so here's the thing. I wrote the script for that like halfway through and was like, you know what, no one's gonna care. And then here's the thing. It's Friday. I don't have a video. And
by the way, he was putting these out consistently weekly for like 21 straight weeks.
yeah. And the week before that, I skipped the week because I didn't have anything. And then I didn't have anything again.
You didn't want to
So
keep doing
I
that.
stayed up like half an hour just taking that script, recording it, and editing it. And that was the other one that I did that I actually played gameplay for.
Okay. Oh, yeah, so that's your gameplay.
Yep.
Man, so you actually had to watch all those creepy faces coming at you
Oh, that.
while you're white. That's
Yeah.
horrifying.
So
Also, if you're going to do a reference to those shoes from the 90s, why call them something? Are you worried about copyright? Is that why? Goo shoes. That actually sounds better because it's like assonance, like goo shoes. Anyway,
yeah.
like, well, this is a reference to slime shoes. Why
And,
didn't it say slime shoes?
So Austin, the Day Ghost.
Yeah.
He was like commenting on a lot of my videos.
Yeah,
at
he's
one
really
point.
cool like that. Yeah.
And he was like, that room looks like the inside of my mind.
It probably does. You don't want to go into Austin's mind. Okay, just a couple more.
Hello everyone, I'm Jayson and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today I'm going to be talking about things that Nintendo sold before they made video games. So let's get right into it. Between 1889 and 1963, Nintendo sold playing cards in Japan. By 1929, Nintendo was the largest card company in Japan. In 1959, they started making Walt Disney cards. Between 1963 and 1968, Nintendo started to experiment with different business lines, like pens, baby swings, Lego-like blocks, which Lego unsuccessfully sued Nintendo for, photocopiers, instant rice, noodle soup, love hotels, a taxi service, and even a vacuum cleaner. Between 1966 and 1972, Nintendo made tabletop games such as chess, mahjong, shogi, go, and other foreign games. They also made toys like the Ultra Hand, the Ultra Machine, the Ultra Scope, the Love Tester, the 10 Billion Barrel Puzzle, the Ella Conga, and the Beam Gun. Nintendo actually partnered with Magnavox to make a new light gun controller based on the Beam Gun for the Magnavox Odyssey. That was their first involvement with video games. Cool, right? See you next time.
My 11-year-old said love hotels.
And I was like, do I really say this? Like, so I had to say it really quick. Like, I was like,
I gotta get it. But you still have to show one.
yeah.
You know, Jayson, it's crazy to think. Wait, what was their obsession with Ultra? And then for a minute, the 64 was almost called the Ultra 64.
Yeah. My username for most things is Buckethead Ultra.
Because of that?
Mm-hmm. It was originally Buckethead Ultra 64, but it's just shortened to Buckethead Ultra.
Buckethead was one of my nicknames for Jason when he was real little, and for some reason he's commandeered it and decided to use it.
Yeah. Forever.
You like Buckethead? It's kind of wild to think that at any point Nintendo and Disney were that correlated. Like, of course, they published third-party things for Nintendo, but the idea that one of the primary things they sold was Disney playing cards is kind of crazy.
And they made like Mickey Mouse Game Watches.
Oh, wow, yeah. So, real quick, that was just a very short, of course, history lesson on the early history of Nintendo. Jayson has actually done a much more long-form version of that, which you might consider going back to your old PowerPoint and maybe retooling it a little bit and doing a video on that at some point. Because Jason's done a lot more research into that, and I had him do a kind of independent study. We homeschool. I had Jayson do an independent study on a topic of his choice, and of course he chose the history of Nintendo, and he talked about some of that stuff, but it was Nintendo going all the way up to a particular year, I forget when, and it was also really informative, and I want to say you did that before Video Game Secrets.
I did. Yep, like a year before.
Would you consider doing that?
Yeah, I've thought about doing another series on my channel called In a Nutshell, where I talk about like the history of different like video game things in a nutshell. Mm-hmm. So like it's like a minute, and
so it's like this, but it's not secrets. It's
just the entire history of like a console
in like a minute and a half. Ooh, I wish you would. That sounds awesome. And of course, like again, all of that information is on other channels. But most of it would be a lot more thorough, and this would be a bite-sized way to get the gist of things.
Yeah.
Ooh, I hope you do that. Okay. And you're thinking about doing it by console?
Yeah.
I think console would be really cool.
Yeah.
Ooh. You can tell I'm a fan of Jason's work here. I really like what he's doing. Yeah. And I think I would, everyone. Even if you weren't my son, you know what I mean? Like, I think this stuff is legitimately really great. Okay, we've got one more. Is this the last one?
Yep.
For now? And then your new episode comes out when?
Friday.
All right, cool. Here we go.
Hello everyone, I'm Jayson and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today I'm going to be talking about typos in video games, so let's get right into it. In the NES Ghostbusters game, when you beat the game, it says congratulations. You have completed a great game and proved, with 2 O's, the justice of our culture. Now go and rest our heroes. In Ghosts and Goblins, when you beat the game, it says congratulations. This story is happy end. Thank you. Being the wise and courageous knight that you are, you feel strength welling in your body. Return to starting point. Challenge again. In Metal Gear for the NES, there's a guard that says I feel asleep instead of I fell asleep. Also, if you fell asleep, how are you even talking? In Zelda 2, there is actually a character that says I am error. In Super Mario 64, when you get all 120 stars, you can find Yoshi on the roof. When you find him, he says, Mario, is that really you? In Sonic Heroes, there's a part where Tails says, look at all those Eggman's robots. Weird, right? See you next time.
That was mine. I forgot I had another one. That was mine. Did you accidentally add 30 seconds to this video?
Yes.
Do we need to watch all the black screen
mistake.
here?
No.
Oh, did you do it on purpose?
Nope.
Did your mistake video have to have a mistake in it?
Nope. I did not mean to do that.
Okay, look everybody. It's got another 30 seconds of nothing at the end. It's that's a Video Game Secret's secret.
Yeah, Daniel Davis, L is real.
Cool, right?
2401.
Buzz, I feel asleep too sometimes. Life is rough. Go and rest our heroes. Yeah, it was
Be
great.
the wise and courageous knight that you are, you feel strength welling in your body.
That one is probably the video with the secrets I knew the most of before I saw that. Several of those show up in AVGN videos. And I Am Error is a really famous one. That's a big meme. I don't know if you knew that, but that shows up on t-shirts and... Well, Jayson, it's time for closing remarks.
Well...
Yes, sir.
Just a minute.
Okay, all right.
I have one more surprise.
Oh, he's got a surprise. And it wasn't this 30 seconds of black here, right? Okay, no.
Hello, everyone. I am Jayson, and welcome back to Video Game Secrets. Today, I'm going to be doing a short video with one secret. So let's get right into it. In Sonic CD, did you know that if you wait 3 minutes without doing anything, Sonic kills himself? He just dies, and even if you have 3 lives, it's a complete game over. He says, "I'm out of here," and then he just jumps off the stage. Sonic committing suicide. Cool, right? See you next time!
Dude, that was killer. I had no idea you were going to do that. Oh, man, that was awesome. Now I need the visual for that, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's... Yeah.
That was... I don't know what to say to that. That was killer. Good job, man.
Yeah.
All right, well, any closing thoughts? Anything else you want people to know about your series? I was going to ask if you had any more cool secrets to share, but we just got one. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I did not know that, because I've never sat there for 3 minutes
Yeah.
of playtime. Yeah, I usually pause like a normal person. Hey, I have a stupid question for you.
What?
I'm sorry, can I ask you something real quick? Something that James Rolfe has complained about forever in AVGN, this is like a big pet peeve of his, is when you pause video games, he doesn't like it if the music keeps playing. How do you feel about that? Is that a problem for you?
No.
It's not for me either.
No, it's not.
Not to just throw James Rolfe under the bus, but I've never understood why that was a big deal to him.
Yeah.
I guess maybe it's the idea of like interrupting the flow of playing, where it's like the music keeps going but you stopped, so then when you come back it might be so far away from the place it was before that it doesn't score what you're doing as well. But I mean, you could potentially be in any place with music going depending on how slow you or fast you play, or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's maybe a bigger issue with something like, I don't know, Donkey Kong Country,
Yeah.
where it's a really, really long loop. And like if you play Donkey Kong Country, the original, at a regular person pace, when you get to
Not a U pace.
because I play pretty fast, but particularly the jungle levels, a lot of the music in those, when you get to the end of the level, it feels like it's scoring like the end of something. And so if that shows up, if you don't get to it, or if it shows up like in the middle of the level, that's kind of weird. And that is a game where the music keeps playing when you pause. So maybe there's a point there, but I've never been totally sure what his beef is with that.
Yeah.
Daniel Davis says, I guess it depends on the tune. Yeah, that's a fair point. Okay, anything else you want to say about Video Game Secrets?
Well, I was gonna talk about a couple like videos I was going to do, but I can't really think of any right now.
You get some out of there. Well, I mentioned the Knights thing, but that's actually going to happen.
Yeah.
Were there any that you like straight up abandoned that you'll never do? Because I know there's some stuff where you just had cool ideas, but you couldn't find enough.
Yeah.
Can you think of any of those?
So there's the Sonic. I remember I was gonna do a video kind of like the thing, the Nintendo songs that Koji Kondo was inspired by.
Yeah.
But like with Sonic music that sounded like other things, but it didn't sound like them at all.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like there was one you played me where I just didn't even believe it.
yeah, it didn't even sound like, yeah. But anyway. And then there's another one that I just couldn't find enough for. Because I was going to try to see if there were other secrets where you can make characters do the T-pose.
Oh.
Other than Mario Odyssey.
But you couldn't find enough.
But you can... I could only find that Mario Odyssey one, so...
Well, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. I know that this is kind of a niche topic and not a thing that's a big deal to all of our viewers. But for those of you that really like video games, particularly retro things, I hope you enjoyed this. I think Jayson is doing phenomenal work. I think he's really knowledgeable and a lot of fun to listen to on this topic. And we've kicked around doing a straight-up retro video game podcast. If not on the channel, just as an audio podcast. And I don't know if we'll ever have time to do that. I feel like doing this show and that at the same time would be a little bit much. But I don't know, maybe at some point maybe we can do that with the season model, Jayson, and like at some point do a few of those and then come back to Father and Son. I don't know, but it's a thing we've kicked around. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you again real soon with lots more stuff here on Geekvolution. I will be back tomorrow night with a Captain Logan show at 8 Central, and we'll be talking about the goings-ons, that's better, in pop culture and geekdom this week, and whatever you guys want to talk about. So join us for that, and in the meantime, I was Captain Logan. This was Jayson, and we were Father
and Son.